Okay. So if I have, is this working? It's working. If I have house H here, and then I translate it along vector OH, and then along vector YA, right? Does it matter what order I do them in?
Nope.
Am I going to end up at the same place?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, totally yeah. Oh yeah, I'm ending up in the same place. It doesn't matter what I do first.
Because, oh yeah, even yeah, oh.
But let's do an experiment here. Now we're going to reflect and we're going to translate in order. Okay, so I'm going to have line L. Here's house. Give me a name for this house.
House.
What we did house yesterday. What Jacob?
Mouse.
Bob.
Mouse.
Bob happens so much.
Mouse.
Okay. House Bob.
Yay.
Okay. We're gonna have we have line L. I have no idea where I wrote a number 4. Line L, and then we have vector.
It looks like a vector now.
It kind of does, but it's line L.
And this is
Here, what if I do this? Okay, is that better? Cursive letter L looks less
Yes.
like a vector. And then we have vector. Hi.
Hi. Hi, Bob.
Hi, Bob. Okay.
Hi, Bob Prime.
Double prime. It's not prime, it's double prime.
I like the sound of Prime though.
I know. Okay, so first we're going to reflect. Okay, we're going to do two different colors. Okay, in green, we're going to reflect and then translate. And in purple, we're going to translate, then reflect. Now, let's talk about this for a second. What do you guys think? If we reflect and then translate, is it going to end up in the same place and in the same orientation as if we translate and then reflect? We know that if we translate and then we translate, those guys end up in the same position and in the same orientation. But does that hold true with reflection and translation? Are we going to end up in the same place?
No.
How many of you think it will end up in the same place? How many of you think it will not? How many of you have no clue? Air out those pits. So Ash, why do you think it will be different?
I don't know.
You don't know. You're just your gut, your inner soul tells you that it's going to be different.
Yeah.
Katana, why do you think it's going to be different?
Because I think that if you reflect it and then you move it, it's going to be a different area than if you reflect it. If you move it and reflect it.
Okay. Should we find out? Should we do it and see what happens?
No, too complicated.
Not too complicated, but it's just a matter of doing it. Kind of a pain in the butt, and we know that, right? So first, in green, I'm reflecting, and then, oh, I've got stuff on there. I'm reflecting and then translating, okay? So we've got House Bob. And here's my line. Okay? And then I'm going to reflect it first. So House Bob is going to end up kind of pointed over here, which we knew might happen. And what do I call this first rigid transformation? What's Bob's name now?
Bob Prime.
Bob Prime. Just one prime because we only moved it once. Now, I'm going to get, well, no. Now we need to translate this bad boy, right? Why isn't it erasing for me? Like, why is
Because
so
it doesn't
hard?
want to work with you today.
It doesn't like me. It said to itself, I'm going to make Mrs. Barlow's life hard today.
Mrs.
I'm not.
Life Barlow.
Mrs. Life Barlow. Hard.
Mrs. Life's Barlow.
Mrs. Life Barlow, hard it will be. I can speak English, I promise.
You can speak
It is my
English, but-
native. I was not raised by a native English speaker, but I am a native English speaker. You're a native English speaker?
You think?
You think so? Usually people know. Alright, so I end up. What's this guy's name?
Bob Dog.
Bob double prime. Now,
Bob double bubble.
if I was not a human and I was some kind of like impressive person that's not human, would Bob double prime be exactly the same as Bob?
No.
Why not? If I could do this perfectly and draw my little pictures perfectly, would Bob double prime look any different than Bob?
Nope.
Nope. Because why?
Because it's a rigid transformation.
There were 2 rigid transformations, but they were all rigid. Could you do 70,000 rigid transformations and it won't change? If you think about it, that's what a computer game is. Every single time Mario moves, that's a rigid transformation, and Mario's head doesn't suddenly get because he's moving. Mario moves through rigid transformations, right? Because that computer programmer had to tell the computer to move Mario, but don't change Mario. Now his arms and legs and stuff move, but those are still rigid transformations, okay?
Because they have the exact same amount of pixels.
Right, so they have the same amount of pixels and the same angles, same everything. All right, now let's translate first and then let's reflect. So I still have my vector, which is lovely because I'm going to totally use that. So first I'm translating. So now Bob prime is over here. You guys see that? So now this is Bob prime because we're translating first. Bob prime.
And then the reflection will be Bob prime.
The fraction will be double prime. Here the reflection was Bob prime because it was first. Bob double prime is the second. Now Bob, the reflection is Bob prime, or the translation is Bob prime, and the reflection is Bob double prime. I'm going to try to use my same, it didn't work. I'm trying to make my life easy, and there's no hope in me having an easy life, but I'm at peace with that.
Mrs. Barlow.
Yeah.
You should just talk math language so none of us can understand.
I do talk math language at my house. Like, if we're gonna move the table, I'll be like, hey kids, let's rotate this table 90 degrees. And they're like, all right, Mom, and we rotate the table 90 degrees. And that's just how we talk at my house. And so when they get to math class and their math teacher talks about rotating things 90 degrees, they've been doing it since they were 5. So yeah, we do use that language at my house. And it makes my kids' lives a heck of a lot easier when they're in math class because they already know what these things are called. Okay, now I'm gonna reflect it. Holy smokes! It's clear up here. You guys see that?
Yeah.
What's this guy's name?
Bob double
Does it matter what order I go in?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Yeah, a little bit, right? This one, when I reflected first and then translated, it ended up clear down here. And when I translate and then reflect, it ended up clear up there. Does it matter what order you go in?
Yeah.
On
it does.
these?
Yeah.
When you're translating and translating, does it matter what order you go in? No. What about a rotation?
Nope.
Yes.
Nope. It doesn't matter.
It depends on if your centers are different or not, okay? So today I'm gonna let you find out what happens there with the rotation, okay? You are going to be asked today on your assignment to rotate a specific number of degrees. I do want to show you how to do that. What does 45 degrees look like?
That.
Ish,
Ish.
right? So this is 90 degrees. Half of that is 45. This is 45 degrees.
Ish.
Do you need to whip out a protractor and make it exact?
Yes.
Am I going to whip out my protractor and make sure you're exact?
Yes.
No.
Ow.
No.
Ow.
Do your best. Make it about 45 degrees. You don't need to strain yourself too hard. It's about 45 degrees is actually, well, it's pretty easy for me to estimate because I sew and I use 45 degree angles all the time in my quilts. But it's about half of 90. Just estimate it, okay? So,
First one, I believe you're translating 2 times.
right, first one you're translating 2 times. Okay, so let's look at if I have point O and I am rotating house,
Mouse.
mouse, okay. I almost,
Oh. Mouse. Mouse.
did you want me to spell that in the German spelling?
Yes.
But I did not. So, house mouse,
Other side.
Because Radek, even though I speak German and you speak a little bit of German, we're in America and we speak English here. So we are gonna speak English on our board.
Aw.
Okay. So if I want to rotate house mouse 45 degrees around point 0 or point O, I just kind of go leg 45 degrees. And that's ish 45 degrees. If I want to go 90 degrees, I keep going to 90. If I want to go 180, I go down there. Okay? Is everybody solid on that? How to do 45 degrees?
Yeah, we're all
It's
ish.
pretty straightforward.
We're all ish.
All solid-ish. All right. Anybody have any questions? Do you guys want to see me do any more of any of these?
Ish. Yes.
You solid?
Do
Good?
the
We want more.
first one.
Maddie, how you doing?
Good.
What about you? You good? Isaiah?
The first one's kind of easy.
Much better than yesterday. Yay! What about you, Ethan? Good? Bad? Ugly?
Middle.
On this?
Well, the third one is correct, but middle on progress statements.
Third one is not correct. So, okay. I want you to try it, and if you need help, let me know. Okay, I'm gonna sign off. Bye!
Ish.